So again, happy Thursday. Now we had a pretty calm day today after yesterday's eventful weather, not only here in West Texas, but across the entire state. Mostly clear skies at this point with temperatures already dipping into the mid to low 60s in some places, more of the lower 70s farther west. Overnight, looking to see temperatures getting down into the mid to upper 50s with a few locations holding on to those lower 60s. Mason looking to get down to 60 even. Here in San Angelo looking to be a warmer spot as well, possibly getting down to 61. Up in Abilene dipping into the 50s at 59. Eastland looking to be one of those relative cooler spots overnight, getting down to 54 degrees with a little bit of cloud cover along that I-10 line and just north of that I-20 line getting into the northern big country. Tomorrow looking to see temperatures bounce back to the low to mid 80s. Likely going to see those higher temperatures earlier in the day as a cold front starts to move through, offering that next chance of rain and possible severe weather. Saturday, things starting to get a little bit cooler with the sun as the main character to kick off the weekend, but getting back into the mid to upper 80s by Sunday with that warmer trend going into effect for next week. Now, talking about tomorrow's severe weather threat, almost looking pretty similar to what we saw on yesterday with that level 3 risk into north and central Texas as we get into the heartland and hill country, looking at more of that level 2 risk, and then a little bit farther west, including southeastern portions of Tom Green County and getting into more of Callahan County, looking at that level 1 risk. The main impact still looking to be large hail and strong wind gusts, but an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. Now, the hail threat is going to be probably the most significant threat with this, seeing that 5% chance of hail getting 1 inch or greater in diameter. As you get into those easternmost counties in the heartland and hill country, we're under that hatched area, which means there's a 10% chance of seeing hail 2 inches or greater in diameter. And then looking towards the Waco and Dallas area, they're seeing a very significant chance under that hatched area of that very dangerous and large size hail. The wind threat, the second most important threat, looking at that 5% chance of wind speeds greater than 55 miles an hour for most of the area under this threat. And then getting into the heartland and hill country, yet again, they're seeing that better chance of those stronger wind gusts. Now, the tornado threat, these numbers really do look low, 2% and 5%, but that's greater than 0, which means you still need to be cognitive of what's going on tomorrow, especially if you live between Kimball and Mason and Menard counties, getting up as far north as about Eastland and Comanche County within our coverage area. Of course, the threat going to get higher as you move further east in the state. Now, here's a quick look at that setup, kicking off tomorrow with that cold front starting to enter the big country by around lunchtime, starting to see the first of those storms popping off ahead of that cold front. The main timing of that storm is looking to be afternoon hours, getting into Friday evening, still likely seeing some rain in the big country. Everything's starting to taper off as we get into Saturday, where we'll see that sunshine going into the weekend, likely kicking off May in the 90s, but throughout the week, we're going to see temperatures bouncing between the lower 80s and upper 80s with that return of rain chances around this time next week. Back to you, Esmeralda.